Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Man, y'all know what it is, man. Chezzy Boy TV, man, checking in with OG Face, man. What it do?
Chilling, man. Y'all know what it is, Mr. S4 God. Y'all know what it is, man.
That's what's up, man. It's been a long time coming for this interview, man. Real history, real untold stories of Charlotte, man. Man, happy to have you here today.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me here, bro.
That's what's up, man. So let's take it back, man, all the way to the 80s and the 90s, man. You know, growing up, you know, on the South Side, man, you know, let people know, like, what part of the South Side you originally from.
S4, man, the baby told y'all where not to come to. he named all the sides, but he only gave one name in that interview. One street name, S4, Nation 4 Road, man. S3Gs, S4 Bullets. That's where I'm from.
That's what's up, man. Growing up over there, man, you know, how was your upbringing, you know, with your brothers and, you know, family and stuff like that?
Man, we had a all right upbringing. We had a good upbringing. You know, back then, you didn't know you were poor. You feel me? So we had a good upbringing, man. Mom made everything seem good. You know, my moms did a great job raising us four, you know, with the help of my uncles and my grandparents, you know, but she did a great job. You know, we ain't know we were supposed to say super duper sandwiches on Friday.
Super duper sandwiches.
It sound good, don't it?
That sound good. What's a super duper sandwich, man?
Fried bologna, Duke's mayonnaise, salt, pepper, lettuce, and tomato and cheese.
Man, these kids
super duper sandwich.
Don't know nothing about a super duper sandwich, man.
And you fool around and have some oodles or noodles, you was in the game. You get dipped that thing. You know.
That's what's up, man. We had a lot of car clubs, man, growing up, man. It's been a lot of debates on who had the best car club, the Mustang gang, the Escort gang. What's one of your favorite ones, man?
Man, Mustang. I rock with all of them, but Mustang gang, man, because I used to come through the hood. I used to come through one song. You know, so I rock with the Mustang gang.
That's what's up, man. What's some of the real OGs, you know, what's a few of them guys' name from, you know, back then from X4, you know, street legends, man?
You know, Sid Dean, you know, everybody knows Sid.
Yeah.
You know, we had a couple of them. Some of them I ain't gonna name, but we had a lot over there, man, that got there. If you got anything in the city, 9 times out of 10, it came from X4 Sterling. That's where it came from.
That's what's up.
That's where all the big, you know, the heavy hitters was.
Man, they took Eastland Mall away, man. Was one of your, you know, best experiences at Eastland Mall, and how do you feel about Eastland Mall being gone?
Man, I love Eastland Mall, man. My favorite experience was, and I can laugh about it now. Like I told you, we were broke. We ain't had no money. Me and my boss homie, Carl, we used to go in there. It was a shoe store now. I want to say it was, I can't remember the name of the shoe store right now, but we used to go in there and take our shoes off and put on new shoes and bun out. One day we done it. They didn't yoke Carl up. I done had to slide out Eastern Mall, hit the fence, and get messy. I get a call. You got to collect call from Carl. You know, it was funny. But that was one of the things, man. You used to go in there and get shoes. That was before they started only putting one shoe in the box. Then they still kept the 2 shoes in there.
Do you feel like Eastland Mall was a part of our culture or just a mall?
Eastland Mall and Freedom Mall, man.
Right.
Both of them was part of the city, man.
Right, man. I miss it so much, man. I miss catching the city bus out there.
Yeah.
That's something we used to do on the weekend.
Jump on that number 9. Yes, sir. That number 9. Take 24 uptown, use transfer, jump on that number 9 Central Ave.
Right.
And be in the game.
That's what's up, man. Like today, we don't have as many festivals as we had back then, man, but we had the Summerfest, the Westfest, stuff like that, you know. What's one of your good memories about the Westfest?
Westfest, that was my thing, man, because the Westfest incorporated a lot of the local artists. You know, you had your main key artists come.
Right.
But then we had the local artists. You had the fellas. You'll know you'll have different posses out there, different crews, you know, rapping and singing and different stuff. You put a lot onto the city. You know, it gave us a limelight.
That's what's up, man. And that's like, used to just look forward to stuff
Yeah,
like
you
that.
look forward
Nobody
to
getting
it.
killed. Nobody
Nah.
fight. You might have a fight.
You might have a fight here and there, you
Yeah.
know. Somebody got there and get lumped up, but you ain't had nobody getting shot. You know, it wasn't a lot of this shooting in, and that's why we can't have a lot of festivals now, because there's too much shooting going on. So that hurts the money coming into the city as well and to the neighborhoods.
Right. How did Hurricane Hugo affect you? You know, because when back then, when we had that hurricane, man, it was kind of fun after, man.
Man, I still got a mark on my arm. We had a cat called Midnight. And we were bringing Zach. I was holding Midnight. My mom went out to get Zach out the street. out the backyard. Midnight scratched me from here all the way down. I still got that mark on my arm, man, from Hugo. And everybody talk about, didn't nothing touch Charlotte like Hugo.
No.
Hugo was a beast.
That was a deadly storm right there,
Yeah,
man.
Hugo
Hurricane
was a
right
beast. Well, out of electricity, like 5 days.
Right.
That's what helped me out cooking, though, because I got on the grill. I learned how to do breakfast on the grill then.
And it's like Hurricane Hugo brought a lot of people closer together, man,
Yeah.
for some reason, man.
It did.
Like you had,
And that's the thing, adversity usually brings people together.
right. And you had disasters today. It just, I don't know, it was just something about Hurricane Hugo. It just
Hugo
brought all
the
of us
city
together, man. And then, you know, fast forward years later, a lot of people don't know that you like an advocate for the city. And, you know, you do a lot in the community for kids. You do a lot in the community for other people. I see you take your time and put your time in other people when you could really be doing something else, man. How did you get into that?
Really, it came from my mama, man. When we were little, we used to go to Tipton's nursing home down in Matthews. And I remember she used to tell us, you go in here, you don't say nothing. Don't say it stank or nothing, because that nursing home was something serious. You hear me? But she used to tell us not to say nothing. We go in there, sing songs, and, you know, do a little Bible study and bingo with the people. So I seen then at a young age how we could bring smile and happiness to other folks.
That's what's up. Is it a tough job?
It's tough. It gets tough. Dealing with some of the people that you deal with out in the streets, it get tough because you get attached, you know, and then if somebody ends up getting killed or die, you know, it affects you, you know, because you no longer just working with them, they become somewhat like family.
Right. That's what's up, man. Charlotte Hornets, man. You remember when the Charlotte Hornets first came to the city, man?
Yeah, man. My PE teacher was the first official Hugo, Miss Goforth, down at Sterling Elementary. She was the first Hugo.
That's dope. I never knew who was Hugo.
Yep, Miss Goforth. She was the first original Hugo, man. I remember she brought all the Hornets to the school. Kelly Trapuka, Robert Reed, Muggsy. I still work with Muggsy, with his foundation doing stuff in the city. But Muggsy, who else was on that squad, man? Dale Curry. Right before we got Kendall Gill.
Yeah.
So yeah, I miss the Hornets, man. And Grandmama.
Yeah.
Man, Larry Johnson was the first really guard that could handle the ball and do everything. That was really, so a lot of folks don't give him his shine, but Larry Johnson really started a lot of that.
And he did a lot for the city too. A lot of people don't know that basketball court over there, Enderley Park. He built that. It was the Larry Johnson Park.
We call it LJ, but the city calls it Ashley Park or whatever it is. That's LJ.
Right. Originally LJ Park.
It's LJ.
That's what's up, man. All right. You know, going to prison, man, how did that affect you, or did it change you?
It changed me because my children were just born. Asia at the time was 3. TJ was 9 months. Sharice was 13 days old. Javion, God rest his soul. It was his first birthday when I got my sentence. I thought I was going to go to court, leave court, take him to go get a haircut. Didn't work that way. Judge say, oh, you want to make a career out of doing yada, yada, yada? Boom. Activate his time. I couldn't do nothing but look back there at TJ and his mama. You know, asked him if I could give him a little bit of change. I went down there, had about 5 of them, had about 5,000. Gave her about 4, between 3 and 4, and then I kept some, just so I had something to go on the yard with, because I knew once I got to the yard, I'd be good anyway. I knew how to survive.
That's what's up, man. Speaking of surviving, man, surviving in prison, a lot of kids out here committing crimes today, man. A lot of them commit crimes, then they call home crying to the parents, say they want parents to save them, send them money, take care of them. But they say real gangsters go to jail, don't call home.
No, you ain't got to call home if you know how to survive. You feel me? And I see a lot of these young men now, and I know it's going on YouTube, so I got to watch how I speak so you don't get penalized.
Right.
A lot of them kind of feminine. I use that word. So when they get to the penitentiary area, as Cat Williams say, once they get there, they're going to end up putting some lip gloss on their lips, and some tissue in their shirts, because they ain't gonna, they can't stand to, they can't stand on their sticks. It's just crazy. They can't fight out here. And once you get in there, you ain't got no tool and your homeboy is gone. Ain't nobody sending you your money. You don't know how to hustle. This generation now don't know how to hustle. So you ain't gonna be able to get in there and get no money. Somebody gonna be giving you something. Oh, you want a rocket top? You want this? You want that? You gonna take everything. Then when it's time to pay, you ain't got no money. How you think they gonna get their money? They're gonna get it from your jaws or your draws. One of the two.
What's some of the experiences you had to deal with in there as far as like living conditions and, just something you can shoot to the youth right now to help them avoid going to prison? What's some of the stuff?
Going, man, they ain't where you want to go. It ain't like the Marriott. I call the jail downtown the Marriott because the lights always on and you got somebody in there keeping an eye on you at all times. But once you get to the penitentiary and you're in the open floor area, everybody bunks out there. The CO ain't in there every night. CO leave. So you in there at nighttime. If your squabble game ain't good, you become somebody's boyfriend, girlfriend, the food ain't hitting on nothing. You ain't got no women in there. Young ladies, you ain't got no men in there. So, you got a sex drive. You don't want to go in there, man, and you just walking around with swords all day if you fellas. You don't want to do that. They ain't where you want to go, man.
So I never been to prison before, man. How is it far as like the gang system and, is it like the whites run with the whites, black run with the blacks, Mexicans run with the Mexicans? And, how is that set up?
Yeah. And then you had to, you have the gang culture that goes on in there. You have my family, you had the Crips, you had the Bloods, you have my family, which is Boss. You have different organizations in the prisons, the Caucasians, you got the Aryan Nation and all of them in there, so it's a lot. The Hispanics, you got the 13s, it's everything in there, man. So a lot of times young men go to prison and young women, they ain't with no clique. That's how you got a lot of jokers when they come home from prison, all of a sudden they in gangs.
Right. Because
they need protection because they ain't good with these, so now they become Muslim or they part of the set.
That's what's up, man. DJ Prince Side, man, he's one of our legendary DJs. Came here from New Jersey, right?
Yeah,
Patterson, New Jersey.
Yep.
Years ago. And put his stomp down here, man. Right now, let's give him his flowers, man. Yeah. DJ Prince Side, man.
Yeah, it's my brother, man.
How y'all get started running together, too?
Man, Faces.
It's a long time, man.
Yes, sir. The Lions Den. If you didn't know how to fight, you couldn't come in there and rap. That was,
I remember them days.
The Lions Den had jokers running up out of there. You know what I'm talking about? Joker get hit in the mouth, run out the side door, they gone. Leave they woman and they homeboy.
Yeah, I done seen it. And I ain't gonna say the artist's name.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say no name.
I done seen it, man.
I ain't gonna say no name.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Lions Den, man. That's where I met Side, man. And me and Side done told some clubs up and we done saved some clubs.
Right, man. and I love everything about him, man. He's one of the people that always looked out for us. He didn't matter how you look, how you rap, or what you had going on. That man, I seen him believe in everybody.
Yeah.
That
even when he was on national radio show, he still pushed local artists, man. And he never changed if he was on a national syndicated radio show or if he was just doing his own thing. He always been the same, 10 toes down.
That's what's up, man. They gave me a call during All-Star Weekend, Revolt TV, man. And I reached out to y'all, man. Yep. I didn't want to do the show without Prince I being my DJ.
The Ricky Rose show.
Yeah, man. So that's one thing I'm thankful for.
That was when he was allowed back in the city.
Yeah.
After he handled everything he had to handle.
Yep. So some of these kids out here today, man, the way the streets going in Charlotte, man, you know, I can't speak for every other city, but our city, is there anything that you would like to say to them about the violence and what's going on, man?
To stop the violence, but the key component to the young children stopping the violence, we have to give them something to do. Like me, I'm from Exifo. We've never had a community center. You know, I'm in the works with Joy Mayo and a couple other people in the city, trying to get us a rec center over there. The children have nothing to do. If you look at the crime rate started going up in the mid-90s. And that's when they started cutting a lot from the budget for the Boys and Girls Club, community centers, and all of that. So now I didn't have nothing to do as a child, and it wasn't as much in the world as they can see now. So when I ain't had nothing to do, I turned to the streets. So if they don't have nothing to do, they're going to find something to do. So that's first foremost point of the problem. We have to find something for them to do. And then once we can find something, then we can start figuring out the root problem, you know, because a lot of it's over social media.
Right.
But we just have to get them together, man, because it's too many of them passing, it's too many of them perishing. And they supposed to bury us when we supposed to bury our children.
Right.
So just want all y'all to get it together, man. All this foolishness, you know, agree to disagree, but keep the guns down.
Do you think social media has changed and ripped Charlotte apart the way we used to all be sticking together?
Yeah, you know, we had issues, but it wasn't as bad as it is now. You know, back then we had respect. We know we couldn't come to your hood and set up shop. Everybody knew they couldn't come to our hood and set up shop. You know, now it's just everybody feels like with the social media, they dropping, you know, they dissing dead people, you know, which is the most retarded thing I've ever heard. You know, smoking on this person, smoking on that person. I'm rolling this person up. You know, that's some of the dumbest mess I've ever heard. And I've told them, you know, once you start putting people names in songs and typing different stuff, you know, you can't come back from some of that. I know they say sticks and stones may break your bones, but words that never hurt me, that's a goddamn lie.
Right.
You know, so you just have to watch what you say on that internet because it can come back and bite you like a snake.
Right, man. Because it's like, man, people just, the beef, I think, stems from the internet, social media, and the music, man. How's the music affected Charlotte?
Man, I remember my grandmother used to tell me when I was younger. And, you know, when I was younger, it was the no limit era. Mm-hmm. We still had media play and all that. You can go in and listen to the albums before you purchased them.
Right.
And I remember I started listening to music and they got my Bushwick Bill album. Remember my mama got it. Phantom of the Rapper. And I still remember it. That Bushwick Bill album, man. And my mom had it was a tape. It wasn't even the CDs yet. She threw it away. And my grandmother used to say it's gonna poison your brain. And I was like, Grandma, I ain't gonna poison. God rest her soul, my grandma said. I said, it ain't gonna poison my brain. That's for weak-minded individuals. You know, but then as I started getting older and continuously listen to that music, you know, it starts sticking there. You know, at that young age, I didn't really believe it. But as I got older and matured, I realized some of the music can get a hold of you. That's like you in church. You know, the spirit touch you when you listen to some good gospel music, some good quartet singing. You know, the spirit hit you. You might drop a tear here and there. Some folks get up and shout. Yeah. You know, so you listen to this music and it's telling you about sliding on somebody, doing this, doing that. Eventually, you're going to start believing what them lyricists are saying. And a lot of those rappers are just actors. You know, they ain't really living that life that they rapping.
Yep. A lot of them want to live that life.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they get to listening to it so much and they really start living like that when a lot of them was just raised real great. You know? That'd be crazy, man. Go ahead.
Music does do that. You know, when we came up, we had Power 98. We had 101.9. You know, we had 3 different radios. We had Kiss, you know, but we had the rap music, but you had different genres of rap.
Right.
You know, we had the NWA, but we also had the Public Enemy and Poison Clan.
Yeah.
You know, you had the Jazzy Jeff, Fresh Prince. People you could go from one way to another. But now on the radio, if you just listen to the radio, you don't hear nothing but the trap rap.
Right.
You know, or the women degrading rap from the young ladies.
Right.
You know, which ain't knocking nobody hustle, you know. But a lot of the music is an influence now.
Right. Do you think a lot of our female artists don't have originality? A lot of them want to be like Sexy Red, Megan Thee Stallion?
I feel a lot of them have originality, but when they get to a certain spot and a certain level, they know they can't get over the epitome of where they want to go. So they have to switch out and start doing other type of music.
Right.
Something like Tupac. You know, when Pac first came out, his first album was politically conscious.
Right.
You know, it was politically conscious, but he realized it wasn't selling. So now he had to go with the gangster rap. Even though he would put the political stuff in there, the majority of his album had to be that way because that's what was selling.
Yep.
So they doing what's going to put the money in their pocket. They know, well, if I take off a couple layers of clothes, you know, and do this, look at Rhapsody. She from the Carolinas, but Rhapsody is one of the dopest female artists. But her album sales are not going to do that because of the way she dresses and what she raps about.
That's what's up, man. I done seen you raise your kids by yourself. How tough is it to be a single dad?
Man, it's rough. That's why I commend all single women. Now I had to tell my mom, I say, Mama, I apologize for being so rough, you know, because the things that we have to do as single fathers, stuff that we can no longer do, right. You know, wanting to go out, wanting to party, wanting to do this, wanting to do that. And then once you have your children, you realize, man, I can't hit the club like that. I can't hit the block like that. I can't do this. I can't do that. You know, it's rough, but it's gratifying as well, seeing them smile and keeping a smile on their faces. You know, that's where the gratification comes from.
And how you feel about the men, you know, out here in the city that don't take care of their kids?
Hey, some old suck. Let me
I cuss them out.
I had to catch myself. They some simps. You know, they some simps, man. If you got children, raise them, man. And I know a lot of times we have issues with the baby mother, you know, and if they have it where they want to use your kids as a bargaining tool, go to the courthouse, man. Find out what you got to do to get your visitation, whatever. And if you feel your child will be better with you, go for full visitation rights. But, you know, go to the court systems, man. It works. It take a while,
right?
But it'll work.
Man, I feel like no matter how, you know, evil a person may treat you, or you know, or your baby mama might be mean to you, I still feel like as a man, something in your brain should click to say, hey, man, these my kids. I love my kids. Let me get up and, you know, no matter how this woman feel about me, I'm willing to step up and take whatever she say and let it bounce off and still be there for my kids, man. I don't understand why a lot of guys just don't have that feeling in them.
You know, and some of them guys didn't have a father in their life, you know, or pops in their life. So they didn't understand that part. But that's what helped me. You know, my pops was there off and on, and it wasn't his problem. He had some issues, you know, that he had to deal with while I was younger. So he wasn't as present as I would have liked him to be. But that's what helped me with children. I remember telling my mother at 12 years old, my brother was in the front yard. He crying on the porch. Daddy said he coming, Negro. It's 10 o'clock at night. That Negro ain't coming. You know, he just out there crying. Free Koolaid too, man. But he out there crying. And I'm like, I told my mama, I went in the house. I'm mad. Told her, I say, if I ever had kids, I ain't gonna be like my daddy. I'm gonna be there for my kids. So, you know, I stood on that. You know, I finally had kids, and once I had them, I stood on it. You know, I was gonna be there for mine.
That's what's up, man. Speaking of your brother, man, Koolaid, shout out Koolaid, man. Doing time right now, right?
Yeah.
How long has he been down?
December will be 12 years.
12 years, man. That's a long time, man.
Yeah.
That's a long time, man. Y'all still communicate?
Yeah, we communicate every day.
That's what's up, man.
And I keep money on my books for him and everybody else. You know, all the other incarcerated Scarfaces. Keep money on my phone. Now, I can't send everybody no change, but I can answer your phone call. You know, but free all the guys, man. Him, Lil Peebo, all of them, man. Junior Stratford, all them fellas, man. It's a lot of guys that I came up with that's no longer here, you know, that's incarcerated or dead. But the ones that's in there freeing, except for the Chesters. Now, y'all Chesters, y'all stay where y'all at.
Man, speaking of support systems in jail, man, I hate when somebody that go to jail and call home, ask me for money, ask me for bond money, and then on the streets, I haven't seen you in years, man. Or you don't hang out with me, you don't have nothing beneficial to my life, man. How did that make you feel?
Man, I go through that. I had a home. I got some Joes. I ain't gonna call them homies. I got some associates,
right,
that's incarcerated, and they hit me. Only time they hit me when they need some change, you know. But if I'm gonna send it. They hit me. Can you cash app this or send that? You know, and I hold them down either way. But when they on the streets, I don't holler at them fellas.
Right.
You know, but when they behind that wall, I'm they go-to. You feel me?
You good, man. Because one thing about Chezzy, if you ain't in our circle like now, you go to jail, boy. Don't call me for no money. I ain't sending you nothing. Yeah. I'm going to tell you I ain't sending you nothing. You got to get it how you live.
But everybody know, man, I try to look out for everybody because God willing, I ain't never got to go back in there.
Right.
But if I do have to go back, you know, I want somebody there for me. You feel me?
Right, man. That's what's up, man. Chezzy Boy TV, man. OG Faace. Man, I want to say appreciate you for always being there for me and my kids at times when we always needed you. Junior, Samaj, Corey, you know, TJ, your son, that's my nephew. We ain't blood brothers, but that's my nephew.
Yeah.
And, you know, man, I just want to thank you, man. Is anybody you want to shout out before we get up out of here and let people know how to find you on social media?
Shout out my FEB family, man. ATV, we doing a lot of work in the city, man. The Nation 4 Road Quarter, Beatty's 4 Road Quarter, West Boulevard Quarter. We doing a lot of work in the city. Curbing the violence. I'm not going to say trying because we are curbing the violence and we're going to do more. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the city, man. Shout out to my SFO family, Winston Trails. Y'all know how we roll, man. Y'all can find me on IG at Faace_ENT, Faace with 2 A's, the only one in the city, Faace with 2 A's. You can find me on Facebook at Elliott Faace Vincent. I done forgot my TikTok handle. I'm on TikTok too. Just put in FAACE, it'll pop up.
That's what's up, man.
Follow, check my son music out too, man. Step Legit. Y'all go.
Oh yeah, don't forget now, Step Legit.
Yeah, y'all go follow Step Legit on IG and man, and everywhere. Follow him. His music everywhere, man.
Man, I still want him to remake that song, man. My Baby.
My
man.
Baby. I've been trying to get him to do My Baby. He was like, I'm gonna just sell it to somebody. I was like, nah, man, you need to do that. That's the one.
Yeah.
You know, that's the one.
Definitely.
That's the one. Remake it, get a nice female on there for the hook. You out of here.
That's what's up, man.
Shout out to my party punishers too, man.
Oh, yeah.
Prince, Fife.
The whole DJ commission.
All of us, all 15 of us. I can't name all 15.
A lot of y'all, man.
Yeah. Well, shout out to our party punisher DJs, man. Connected, you know.
And we definitely got to get that Prince Out interview. I need that ASAP.
Yeah, so, man, just shout out to the city. Curb the violence, man. Remember, love conquers all. That's what conquers all. Love eradicates hate. So let's just show more love and less hate.
That's what's up. Chezzy Boy TV, OG Face. And we out.